Okay, so we're here now and we're going to subtract algebraic fractions. So you've been adding, now we're going to try subtracting. So before we do, let's just look at simple subtracting terms. So for instance 5 minus 3, you're just on the thermometer. Here's 5, subtract 3, you get 2. Or if you're 3 and you subtract 5, you get minus 2. Okay, so something simple like that. And of course with algebraic terms with pronumerals, 2x minus 5x equals minus 3x. Okay, so that should be straightforward. So is it harder when you're subtracting a negative? So when you subtract a negative, like I like to say, that these are head-butting each other, and when two minuses are together, you're subtracting a minus, so it's the same as addition. So end up with 5. So again, if I say two minuses head-butting each other becomes a plus, you end up at 7x. Okay. Let's see if we can extend that. So let's look at brackets. Before we go, we're not going to fractions yet, we're looking at brackets. So if I've got an expansion, I've got 2 times x is 2x, 2 times positive 3 is positive 6. I'll change colour just to make it exciting. Minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Minus 3 times 1 is minus 3. And then we just add like terms or subtract like terms. So 2x minus 3x is minus 1x. And 6 minus 3 is 3. 6 minus 3 is 3, not minus 3. So 6 minus 3 equals plus 3. Okay, copy that down when you're ready to come across to the next slide. Okay, so I think we're ready for fractions now. So, reminder, we must have common denominators before we can add or subtract fractions. So you've been adding, now we're subtracting, but we've got to have the same denominator. So if you have 3/5 of a pizza and you minus 2/5 of a pizza, you have a 1/5 of a pizza. Okay, so something over 7 is over 7. 8x minus 5x is 3x. So they're the simple ones, but copy down and when you're ready come across the next slide. Okay, so we're going to do two cases. First case, the denominator is the same. Okay, so just watch what happens. Okay, so the denominators are 3, so the answer has a 3. That makes sense. So what I'm writing is the first number is 3x minus 1. So that's the easy part. But now you just have to be careful on the second one. Okay, this minus sign, so minus x is written as minus x, but minus minus 2 is written as minus minus 2. Okay, so go through it again. So this first one, you just write it out exactly the same, 3x minus 1, but then we're minusing, so we minus x, which is written as minus x, and then you're minusing minus 2, so we write down as minus minus 2. And then, like we said on the last video, when you have the last slide, got two minuses head-butting, so we make that a plus. So we've got 3x minus 1 minus x plus 2, then 3x minus x is 2x, and minus 1 plus 2, minus 1 plus 2 equals plus 1. So the answer is 2x plus 1 over 3. Okay, so you'll get some practice on that. You're going to get minus and minuses, so just be ready for it. Come across when you're ready. Okay, so case 2, different denominators. So I've got a 4 on the denominators, and I've got 3 on the denominators. So the lowest common denominator is 12. Now, just in case you forget how to do it, maybe the simplest way is for the 4, you write down all the multiples that you can think of to start with, and then you write down the multiples of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and you stop when you get to the first one that appears in both lists. So maybe that's the easiest way to get the lowest common denominator. Okay, so this number here is going to turn into a 12, and that number is going to turn into a 12. So this means this first number has to be multiplied by 3 because it's already got 4, so 4 3s are 12. And this second number is going to change from 3 to 12, and that is done by multiplying by 4. Okay? So basically what's happening is these numbers are switching over in terms of what you multiply by. So how does that look? So this first number in the blue box is being multiplied by 3. Okay, so that number up the top is being multiplied by 3. The minus sign comes down, and then the number in the box being multiplied by 4, so there's the 4, and then you write down x plus 2. So you're putting a bracket around this number, and you're putting a bracket around this number, and you're multiplying the first number by 3 and the second number by 4. And then we just use the expansion. 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times minus 3 is minus 9, minus 4 times x is minus 4x, minus 4 times 2 is minus 8, and then 6x minus 4x equals 2x, and minus 9 minus 8 is minus 17. Just remember, minus 9, and then we're subtracting down to minus 17. So that one's going to cause some problems, but have a go. Sorry, copy it down, and then on exercise 2F page 73, just do question 1, anything with the minus sign, and obviously I'm there to help. See you later.